So I joined 40 Lives really to make myself accountable for an issue that I feel very passionate about, and that is mental health. Mental health is very much on the rise, and having lived in Ghana over the last 10 years, I see that we don't pay enough attention to it. It's very hard to recognize what mental health is, and we realize that there isn't enough being done about it to sensitize everybody about the effects of it. Having a healthy mental health or a good mental health is equally as important as having physical health. Unfortunately, we don't pay as much attention to this, and oftentimes we see mental health issues as something that we can easily snap out of. Oh, you're having a bad day, like, okay, have a down day today and snap out of it and come back stronger tomorrow. Of course, for the majority of us, it is that simple, but for so many people, it simply isn't something that they can switch on and off as if it's a light bulb. We have to recognize that it comes in many varying degrees. For the majority of us, we all react to certain things in a different way. Naturally, there are triggers to mental health issues: bereavement, redundancy, divorce, severe relationship breakups. But there's some mental health issues that are within us, that we are born with, and are caused by chemical imbalances in our brain, and therefore there is no quick fix situation. It's about learning how to manage it on a more steady basis and integrating yourself into society and having people be compassionate about your personal circumstances and not labeling you as a sort of a Debbie Downer or a social misfit, but understanding that underneath there is a genuine mental health issue that needs to be dealt with. Having experienced firsthand a mental illness such as autism from a child who wasn't diagnosed early, and seeing that the frustrations for both the child, the parents and the teachers in that child's life, simply because of not recognizing what the symptoms were early on, and also not wanting to really label the child as autistic simply because of the stigma attached to it, and seeing the detrimental effect it's had on the child's development, is one of the things that I would really like to challenge in terms of labeling people with mental health issues. And then on the other side as well, having a close friend also on the autism spectrum, but is labeled as Asperger's, which really is the inability to socially interact effectively, not being aware of how your words and actions can affect people, not being able to read a room and just more or less saying whatever comes to your mind, and not being able to have a very, strong filter for every emotion that we have. And you see, in a case like this, you're very much understood and labeled as abrasive, destructive, sometimes arrogant, and extremely rude, when really and truly you're suffering from an ability to express yourself in a way that those who do not have Asperger's would be able to do so easily. Being a part of 40 Lives gives me an opportunity to, make myself accountable, pull together resources, help other organizations come together and really just sensitize maybe the entire nation, be able to go into schools and talk to children about mental health, because we know that that's very much on the rise with young people as well, maybe due to social media pressure, wanting to fit in, and all of these, online bullying, cyberbullying, all of these sorts of things that are affecting the young today. If we can do anything about it so that no individual feels like they're so desperate and that the only way out is to commit suicide. We're here to add our voice, to make a difference, and to raise awareness for those suffering with mental health, because it could happen to any single one of us. Very prominent people in society, those with high pressure jobs, lawyers and doctors, anybody could be affected by mental health, and that's the point that we want to raise as members of 40 Lives.